Joining us now to discuss, Jess Weber, the host of Weber's Way. Thank you so much for being with us. It's great to have you.
Thank you, Allison. You're also forgetting probably hundreds of other more companies that are that they own. So this is not good. It's not a good look for Mr. No Soul Serge Varley. Desperate to get whoever this girl was, but he definitely poured his soul that he doesn't have. Wait a minute. No, now he has a soul. No, this guy is completely soulless. I don't know. He seems pretty evil. He thinks domination is very interesting. War is good for trading. This guy's a sicko.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly does seem like he has some issues, and this all makes me feel like this is a huge distraction for something bigger, right? The mainstream media is spending hours speculating about what's happening to the men in the vessel, but I'm wondering why it even happened in the first place. I mean, what's one of the most interesting theories about what you think is really going on here?
Well, this is pretty much exposing what's really going on in this world. Obviously, we know this world is being ran by criminals. Well, here you go. Mr. Soulless Sergio here is kind of explaining how the world is run. So now we've been right all along. All our conspiracies come true, that we know that there's some cabal controlling the world. Well, here you go. Blackrock is pretty much admitting what they do and how they're destroying people's lives in this world, and how they fund wars and how they buy politicians and they buy the president. So it's just, I don't know. This guy's a sicko. And then I don't know if you noticed, but in one of the videos, he did have skull and bone socks. I thought that was interesting.
I actually did not notice that, but that's a great point you make. I think we can all agree here there's a reason ultimately this is getting wall-to-wall coverage, and it may serve to a bigger purpose, right? To perhaps stop people from traveling to the wreckage, or it may simply just be a huge distraction from all the other things you mentioned. But going back to the undercover reporting from OMG Media, who would have thought politicians can be bought, right? I mean, what do you think is the biggest takeaway from this video?
Definitely. Being bought and controlled. It just makes sense. Even with the whole stock market, he also brings up how, Jim Cramer, whatever he says on the news, you do the opposite because, that's how you really make your money. And they control the stock market, whatever. And if you want laws passed to help your company, whatever, they just pay him off. He admits it. So clear as day, people are selected, not elected.
They sure are. And I'm surprised it's only 10 grand, honestly. I feel like that's a little cheap, don't you?
Yeah, that's pretty cheap. Some of these guys, no-namer senators, 10 grand's pretty good.
The low levels are 10 grand, but it goes up from there.
I'm sure it goes up.
Well, I'm sure, Jess, it's no coincidence that Blackrock will also be a part of the rebuilding efforts in Ukraine. And I'm sure they're doing this out of the kindness of their hearts, and there's absolutely no incentive for them, right, Jess?
No incentive at all. Yeah, right. They want this war to continue on. It's good for business, Sergio says. And he says that, if Russia destroys a silo in Ukraine, trading, now the value goes up. So he never wants this war to end. BlackRock doesn't want the war to end. It kind of really explains, it confirms our conspiracies that we know this war is going to be a never endless war. So again, we're right again. I just love it, Allison. I really do, just being right all the time.
It's pretty nice. We're batting about 1,000 right now. I think it's only going to continue. Jess, I think it's also interesting that BlackRock is a majority shareholder in Mark Zuckerberg's Meta, who apparently has beef with Twitter's Elon Musk. And yesterday they exchanged some messages publicly online. And long story short, they've both agreed to a physical fight at the Vegas Octagon. What's going on here, and what are your thoughts, Jess?
Well, this is interesting. It's just another distraction. Think about it, Elsa. Why not? Have the big tech mobile people, fight each other. Zuckerberg might have an advantage. He does do a jiu-jitsu, I believe, so he might choke out Musk. But I am rooting for Musk in this match. And I have to say this one comment someone says Elon decided to take out the fight against pedos to the next level. Ooh. So we all know, we know where that's going with Instagram and how they were protecting pedophiles and stuff like that. So now Elon Musk is on.
I'm glad Elon Musk is willing to take him on. I think it's a fight that does need to be had.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.